Jesus Christ said, if I'll be lifted up,
That's right.
the Son of Man, I'll draw all men. But then I heard a voice from heaven. God said, this is what he talked to Moses. He said, well, why don't you take your staff and put it in the water? Why don't you take your rod and just touch it in the water? Woo! What happened when he touched it in the water, y'all? What happened?
Part of the water.
Part of the water, dry the land, and everybody went across. More to show those who believe in Jesus. Did Moses part the waters? Who parted the water, y'all? Who calmed the sea?
Jesus.
Huh? Who gonna calm the sea in your life?
Jesus.
Who gonna part the waters in your life when it looks like there's no way? There's mountains on every side. There's enemies coming up from behind you. You can't pay the rent. You can't pay the utilities. Hey, they're taking your kids. They're telling you they're gonna put you in jail for this. They saying this, they saying that. Who gonna part your water? Who gonna calm your sea? Jesus. Who you gonna depend on tonight?
Jesus.
Huh?
Jesus. Lord, thank you. Thank you.
Feeling like a champion yet?
Amen.
Are you feeling victorious yet?
Hallelujah. Yes, sir.
Just in case you ain't, let's walk a little bit forward. Just in case you ain't. Just in case you ain't quite got it yet. Just in case you just might be like, well, I kind of believe, and I sort of maybe, but I just really ain't getting it. How about that, Jane? I'm feeling a little bit peaked, but I'm still a little bit down. I need a little pick-me-up. I need to come up right now. I need a little bit of raising up. Well, how about when we lift up the Son of Man? How about we raise him up and he'll raise us up?
Amen.
See, we always want to go, Jesus help me, Jesus help me. You go, okay, if you lift me up, I'll help you. Lift me up. Come on, raise me up. Lift me up. I'll pull you up with me. Because guess who got your hand? Woo! Well, come on, pretend I'm Jesus in this case. Hey! He was down there. Look, this was real. Come on, I know that's real simple for you. That's real simple, but get a hold of it. It's that simple. Grab a hold to Jesus' hand. If you want to go up, then get a hold of his hand. Grab a hold of God who can change your life. That's the problem. We holding on to everything else but God. We depending on everything else but God. And if that ain't enough for you, I told you I came to preach tonight. I got this from the Lord. Romans 8:28. Well, let's go to 8:38 first. How about that? Now this is Paul. Everybody at Romans 8:38?
Yes, sir.
What did Paul say right there? For I am convinced. Woo. Everybody get that?
Yes, sir.
Somebody read to me.
For I am convinced that neither death nor
What? Come on, go ahead.
death, nor life, nor angels, nor principalities, nor things present, nor things to come, nor powers, nor height, nor depth, nor any other created thing will be able to separate us from the love of God which is in Christ Jesus our Lord.
Amen. Paul said, listen now. Paul said, I am persuaded. You want me to explain what persuaded means? Do y'all want to get a visual of what persuaded means? That means Paul, this killer of the church, Paul, this dude with his horse, with his religion, and he riding around there with an army, and he coming up on people. Oh, you believe something of me? And he pulls out his sword. Paul, the killer of the people, thinking he was doing God a service. Paul now is writing, for I am persuaded. That means, look here now, you got to get a visual. That means he was on the wrong side. He was with the devil working for him.
Right.
Then he met somebody on the road to Damascus. What was his name? Who I think it was? We met Jesus when we was all right, wasn't it? Yeah. There he was, going to do his dirty deeds. Dirty deeds, done dirty. Paul, he wasn't charging no money. He was doing it for the fun. He was doing it because he believed it. But there was Jesus. Boom, right smack down in his path. Man, now this is what he did now. God revealed himself to Paul. Amen. God showed himself to Paul. Paul saw. That's right. Paul heard. Amen. God spoke to him from heaven. God spoke to Paul. Amen. And he was so persuaded, knocked him off his high horse. Maybe the problem around here is we need knocked off our high horse. Maybe pride's still running us rampant. Maybe we still want to do it our way. We say we got one foot in God and one foot in the devil. We feel here we are too stretched. We can't seem like one day I want to do right and I can't. Seem like the next day I'm doing wrong, but the next day I'm back right. Won't you get persuaded? Amen. Won't you get convinced? Why don't you move over with Jesus all the way? Could that be your problem? That you're double-minded? That we ain't where we're supposed to be? Because now, clearly you read the text. For I am persuaded, I am convinced. But that's because Paul had an encounter. Amen. Have you had an encounter? Amen. I've had an encounter. Yes, sir. I am persuaded. I am convinced that ain't nothing going to separate me from the Lord God. I am 100% thoroughly convinced that ain't nothing can separate me from God. And guess how I know that? Because God says in his word, I will never leave you. Never. I will never forsake you. So guess what? If you ain't feeling the presence of God, come here, Shane. Let me tell you who might move. Can I say that again? If you ain't quite feeling like God with you tonight, if you ain't quite feeling like God been with you in days past, that after you got saved, guess who might have moved? Say, Shane's God here, and he said he'll never leave me and forsake me, so grab on to me. Wherever I go, you go with me. He said he ain't going to leave me and forsake me, right? But check this out. He actually said, nothing can separate me from his love. So let me tell you. God is Emmanuel.
God is with us.
Man. That feel pretty good. Martin ain't here right now. But I've been checking what else is good for me too. Wow. And here's the hotel key. Hey, you know, I just want to talk to you. It seems like I might have to share with you. Maybe you might have to hear about the Lord. Did somebody just move?
Sin separated.
Who's separated? Sin. Is God still where he was?
Yes,
If you're feeling like you might be separated from God right now, you might move. He says to avoid these sins that so easily.
He says.
What? That do what? What? Easily beset us. You think that might beset us? Between us? Come between us? Sin? Separates us from who? But now the Bible says ain't nothing can separate us from his love. Does it stop him from loving?
Yes, sir.
Woo! See, tell the devil he's a liar. Tell the devil right now, you are a liar. God still loves me no matter how much wrong I do. Come on, say it out loud. Say, God, say, Satan,
Satan,
you are